I am totally okay with exposing a lot of things and saying things. At this point, I think it's pretty obvious I will not be friends with any of these people after this. Ludwig was right. I am going to completely separate myself from these people in this community, which is fine, and I've already been doing it. But I have hundreds of messages and DMs from people, things that people probably would never want to get released that are very interesting for everyone. And I will be releasing it as time goes on, because why not?
So I assume the majority of people watching this video already know kind of what's going on between Mizkif and Emiru, but in case you don't know, they're two big streamers on Twitch who had some type of relationship, and unfortunately it got really toxic, and Emiru just exposed a whole lot of stuff about Mizkif, from blackmail to abuse, and now he's responded, and I wanted to go through and break it down because his response is extremely interesting to me.
I know I wasn't perfect with my language or tone throughout this entire relationship. I know I wasn't. And I was aggressive at times. In regards to being controlling, I told her many things. I told her to dress older, to stop wearing pajamas, to stop talking about stalkers and schizos as a whole, stop talking about past relationships, and yes, I didn't want her to travel without me. I also said that I didn't want her to hang out with specific people. This is because I didn't want her to get hurt. I didn't want Emmy to get assaulted. I didn't want some man to do something to her when I'm not there, and I wanted to keep her safe. And I know with how my mental was and who I was back then that I didn't do everything right. I know I could have done better, and I'm sorry. I know I was controlling, and I should have just ended the fucking relationship, but I was so confused as a person. And I'm sorry I did it. I'm sorry things got to this point, man. The last 9 months of this relationship, things got extremely toxic. I told her to move out. She didn't move out on her own. I told her to move out because I wanted space, but she still wanted me around at all times. She would get upset if we didn't sleep together or if we weren't around. She always wanted me to drive over to her house, but I never wanted to because I wanted to be alone. And that increased our fights, but the stalkers continued, and I got even more stressed.
He's admitting that I told her people I didn't want her to hang out with. I told her I always wanted to be with her when she traveled. I didn't want her talking about stalkers, past relationships. Like, I created an environment that I felt comfortable with and possibly thought that might keep her safe. But regardless, you created a controlling environment. And then he goes on at the end of that same clip to say, well, at the end, I told her that I wanted her to leave, but she only wanted to be around me. She didn't want to leave. She wanted us to sleep together all the time. I just wanted space. And it's like, you just admitted that you created a controlling relationship where you pretty much micromanaged everything about her life. And so you're surprised when you tell her that you want her to move out, that she doesn't want to do that, because they become almost brainwashed by the controlling, and they don't want to leave something that they clearly should leave, even when that person tells them to leave. And he also goes on to explain that in the situation where she said she was crying, that he thought that she wanted it and that she said that it was fine on stream.
And then we went back to her house. We cuddled for about 30 minutes and started to kiss. She said that she was okay with this on her stream, and I started to advance to the next stage because I thought that's what she wanted. She yelped, and I immediately sprung up and was scared if I did anything wrong, or did wrong in general. I got scared and left the house. I apologize if that made Emmy uncomfortable for me not saying sorry, and I wish I said sorry back then.
I do want to say, I'm not one of those people that feels like if I'm with a girl and we're chilling and everything is vibing and stuff, that I've got to ask her if I can put my arm around her. I just don't agree with that. I feel like body language does tell you certain things. This is not one of those situations. If you're consoling a girl and she's crying, there is no body language that says, well, maybe she wants to have sex with me, and you just left because you're like, well, I don't know, I feel like I did something wrong, so I'm just gonna leave. That's weird. Like, if this is somebody that you care about and she feels that you did something like that wrong, you don't sit down and apologize and explain and try to like figure out the situation. You just dip. That makes, I don't really understand that at all. But he does go on to try to expose the situation that she explained with the rabbits, and he basically says that she just tried to jump in front of it by saying that he would use a smear campaign to claim that she killed the rabbits, and he's claiming that she literally did kill the rabbits, and shows a video of the cage. Now, I can't prove that this is actually a video of her cage, but that's what he's saying it is.
Here is a video up close of Emiru's rabbits. These are small little mites that are inside the rabbit cage, and she didn't care. She completely neglected these animals, and I'm not going to sit around and let people say that she didn't. People who came to my house knew that they were neglected. This is an up-close view of the rabbit cage being completely disgusting and neglected. She left them to die, and I'm not going to sit here and have her pretend she didn't.
So I got a couple of things I want to say about this. It is possible that he's telling the truth about this, and if that's the case, it's messed up that she would leave the rabbits in a situation like that, but it doesn't take away from the fact he's trying to use that as deflection. Now, another thing that I'm thinking is he was living with her. So if you're living in the same house as her and these rabbits, and you see the cage like this, why are you not cleaning the cage? I get that they're not your rabbits, but that's like if you're in someone's house and they have a dog and they're abusing it, they're not feeding it, you're just gonna let the dog starve. You're just gonna kick it and be like, wow, that's crazy they're doing that, as you're right there able to stop it and fix the situation, but you don't do it. I don't understand why you're in the same house. You're aware of it because you're taking video footage of it, or somebody you know is and is sending it to you, and yet you're not gonna help the rabbits. To me, you're just as responsible for them dying. Like, you know what's happening and you're letting it happen, and now you're trying to act like you can point at her and say, you did this. That shit just doesn't work for me.
And I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression. I one time did say I was going to kill myself during an argument, but Emmy did this as well numerous times. She would constantly say she's going to kill herself in arguments, and I have a picture where while I had a gun pointed at one of her stalkers who came to my house while she was in Kansas, she told me she was going to kill herself out of aggression of the situation while it was happening. This is the situation. I told her that a stalker's at the house. I'm freaking out. What is happening? Can you call me? I'll call you. I literally want to kill myself. I can't take this anymore. I feel so alone and like a problem.
The context behind her saying it is completely different than the context behind him saying it. She's basically saying, I feel like a burden. I'm alone and I feel like a problem because, like he said, I was with one of her stalkers at gunpoint when she's sending me these messages. So she's saying she can't deal with the fact that she's constantly being stalked and it's affecting the people closest to her. She's not saying it to try to manipulate him. Now, the situation with Mizkif is completely different. Watch this video of them streaming and you can see him go from being happy to visibly upset because she has more viewers than him, and then he claims that he's tired and wants to get off stream.
Today is the Rust server. Chat, I'm excited. We got some stuff, dude. We're going to start talking to people again. We're going to hang out a little bit.
Got raw pork.
I'll take it.
Would you like some raw pork?
Yeah, I'll take raw pork. Hell yeah. So I thought, why not build a house up here?
Yes. I can pay rent in your house.
Okay, let's do it. Yep. Oh, wait, check this out. Come here.
Ooh.
Not bad, huh?
The house? Wait, our houses literally look exactly the same.
Yep.
Hello?
Biggest sweats.
Come after you guys.
They're the biggest
we
sweats.
can stop them early.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it, dude. We'll join the resistance. No, I hardly slept last night. That's why I seem tired today. Because I'm honestly tired, chat. I'll be honest. I'm pretty tired. I'm just tired. All right, chat. I'll see you guys later. I will see you guys probably tonight, if not tomorrow. I just need a nap. I'm fucking zooted out of my mind.
So once he gets off stream, some people started to clip Emiru's stream and you could hear him slamming a door in the background until she eventually says, let me go to the bathroom, takes a 20-minute bathroom break, then she comes back and soon after she ends up logging off.
What does unofficial Mizraid mean?
Guys,
Oh, he did?
Listen, why are we all acting like we haven't murdered? Like we haven't pillaged? Like we haven't had to do what we had to do to make it here where she had a one-hit advantage. She was coming after me. I had to attack back.
What the fuck is this?
What are you? Was that a test?
You said
Well, I have some cloth in my house.
Let me check my body real quick. Did anyone loot me?
Yeah. Go to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Yeah, she's trapped now.
Bonnie, look what I did.
Sick, okay, sick, okay, I'm stuck in here, okay, sick.
Hello, sorry. It's like 20 minutes. Oh. Hello. Abaragi, thanks for the sub. But alright, yeah, I'm gonna log out for now, but I'll probably come back later. And if not today, then tomorrow, my normal time.
Then when you hear her explanation that she gave just the other day, it all kind of makes sense.
He's saying, like, Emmy, you know, I'm gonna kill myself. I waited, or I'm gonna KMS. I waited so long for this, etc. Basically, he was upset because I had higher viewership than him. That's literally it.
So the fact that he's trying to point the finger at her and be like, well, she also said that she'll take her life, even though she said it in the context of, I hate all the stalker, I don't like everything going on, sometimes I just want to, that's why she said it. He said it in a manipulating way, like, you have more viewers than me, I'm just gonna end it all. And now that makes her feel like I'm doing something wrong. I need to get off stream, or I need to change something because I can't make him feel this way. That's a completely different use of saying something like that. And there's even a clip of him saying the same thing about Maya, where he's on stream and says that he was upset at one point because he saw that she had more numbers than him.
I couldn't understand what was happening. My viewers were dropping, Maya's were only going up. And there was a part of me that thought that I was going to be smaller than her, and I don't know if it was my ego or what, but I couldn't take it. I felt like shit. And I was on the phone with Austin, and then XQC, I somehow got on a call with him, and he talked to me for hours, making me feel better about it. And he did. And I genuinely, after talking to him, felt a lot better.
And this shit is just so weird to me. Like, these aren't even just friends of yours. These are people you're in a relationship with. Like, you should be pushing them forward. Like, yo, get it. Like, you got crazy numbers. That's amazing. And it only gets worse because now there are clips surfacing where Maya is talking about somebody who was driving extremely fast and threatening to kill both of them because of an argument that they had. And also clips of him throwing shit at her on stream, which correlates exactly to everything that Emiru said.
No, I'm not talking to him today.
Well, nobody asked you to, so.
I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
Look at her face. She's so uninterested.
She said no.
Maya unimpressed. That's what that was.
2 Starbucks bags of Starbucks I got you over the past few days.
Oh my god.
Mizkif, that was
Throw
not
it back.
funny.
Throw it
Yeah,
back.
there better be. Oh my god, I would beat the shit out of him.
We're live.
What the fuck?
We're live, she says.
Anyway, there's something about being trapped in a car with an angry, aggro man that is like the absolute most helpless thing. Dude, I did a guy that would go like 100 miles an hour on the, like we would fight in the car, which was never my decision. Like it just always like happened. Like we just would like fight in the car and then he'd go like 100. And I would like literally like beg him to slow down. I'd be so scared and I'd cry, and then he would not slow down until I apologized. And so then I started driving only. Like I wouldn't let him drive me anywhere. But then if we'd get in a fight while I was driving, he would like pound my ceiling in my glove box.
Ooh,
he would like
that's scary.
scream and like hit the ceiling and like hit the glove box and just like scream profanity, and scream like he'd like just call me terrible things while he was doing it. And then I'd pull over and be like, "Get out of my car," and he'd be like, "No." And then I was like, "Well, okay." Because what am I going to do?
Yeah, what are you
What am I going to do?
And just to put it into context, here's the Emiru clip of her talking about him driving extremely fast and saying that he's going to end both of their lives because of an argument. And I'm going to follow that up with him explaining why she got a black eye and how I was just throwing my phone on the bed because I was brushing my teeth.
At the time, he also would more often do things like going, like if we were driving in the car together, he would be going like 150 miles an hour. And like one time he even said like, well, now we're both gonna die, like threatening to kill both of us. And this wasn't like even necessarily because of me or like because of something I did a lot of the time. Like one of the times that it happened, it was because we were just getting food and he was on his phone and he saw that Mr. Beast had put out a video. And Mr. Beast had invited another streamer, and he was like, "Oh, Mr. Beast invited this guy to his video, not me." And I was like, "Oh, well, you know, like, huh, yeah, I guess so." Which led to him going 150 miles per hour in the car and talking about himself while doing it.
She brushed over that I threw water bottles or my phone near her, but that wasn't during fights. I want to make that very clear. It would be me throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got a bruise from it, and I stopped. That's all that happened. I will throw you and show you an example, chat. I'm brushing my teeth. Right here. Look at me. I would throw my phone on the bed. I would just lob it over because I was going to bed. So I would just throw the phone.
That might be one of the worst excuses I've ever heard in my life. Like, I brushed my teeth and I just tossed my phone in the bed, just happened to hit her in the eye and gave her a black eye. What are the chances of that actually happening? That's the dumbest shit I've ever, she got a black eye because I tend to throw my phone and my water bottles on the bed, and sometimes they hit her and she finally complained, so I stopped doing. The fact that anybody's even eating this up is the craziest shit in the world to me. And then add in the fact that he's willing to drive 100+ miles an hour to threaten their lives because of an argument they had. I remember watching a video like this one time on YouTube, and there was a girl that did that with 2 other people in the car, her boyfriend and their friend. She ended up crashing into something and killing both of them, and somehow she survived. Thankfully, she's in jail, but that's what this feels like.
I'm going to let everyone know that what I'm about to say is very true. This is exactly what happened, and she cannot argue this. One day, after staying over Emiru's house, Emiru made me breakfast, and she wrote down everything she wanted. She wrote she wants me to move closer to her. She wrote that she wants me to marry her, and she wants kids with me in the next 5 years. And I just looked at this letter that was staring in front of me, and I just handed her back the paper. She began to cry, and I told her, I'm sorry, I just can't do this anymore. I knew we were just beyond the point of toxicity in the relationship, that our trust had completely died, and that we had so many issues that I couldn't deal with it, and I was not mentally well. I walked away. I went to her door, and as I opened it, the last words I ever heard her say is, "Don't go. I love you."
Just because someone's like, I love you, oh, I want to marry you, that doesn't mean anything. They could be one of the most abused people ever. This isn't the first time that somebody that shouldn't be in a relationship, that's being treated extremely poorly, is then saying that they want to marry that person or they don't want to leave them. You aren't the first one. So using that as an excuse, that doesn't change anything. And low-key, I feel like he knows that, which is why he keeps saying, I'm going to expose everybody. Because this isn't an apology video. This is me just explaining some things and then basically telling you, if I'm going down, I'm taking everybody with me. If I was gonna die and I had a button to kill the world, I'm taking everyone with me. Like, think about that. I wish the best for Emiru and everybody around him. This is weird. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys thought. It's a lot of shit, but I just wanted to go through it. So I will catch you in the next one, homies.